Hello, this is a video instruction of assignment number 2. Assignment number 2 follows up on your input that you put in assignment number 1. So the first thing you want to do is go back to assignment number 1 and pull that up. So in that assignment I asked you, there were 3 parts, and I asked you how to set up your business. In the third part I asked you to project your monthly expenses, and you'll see that I have an example here. So I asked you how much would your monthly warehouse or offices or rent be, and you put, for example, $1,000. And I asked you to make your best guess. I know that this might not be accurate, but it's just your best guess. I also asked you at the beginning what is your product you're going to sell and your sales price, and this is the price that's being sold at the store that the end customer would pay for. So that's the person who is actually using it. So you're going to need this file. So pull that back up, and when you're in assignment number 2, you are going to download an Excel file. So if you click on this button, you'll be able to download an Excel file. And if you don't know how to use Excel, or you don't have that file, you can download something else, which I'll say at the end at the instruction. But let's just use this Excel file as an example for now. So download the Excel file, and on here you'll notice that there are some yellow spaces. Okay, so here is only the yellow spaces I want you to fill in. Don't worry about the rest of this Excel file, and it's as easy as typing it in here. So on assignment 1, if you put $1,000 for rent, you would go and click $1,000, and you would go through and you would fill in each of these cells to the corresponding amount. At the bottom of the calculator, it's going to project how many units you have to sell based on your monthly expenses and based on the retail price, the full retail price of your product. Okay, you'll notice here though there's a percent. This little cell right here is what percent of the time do you expect to sell your product directly to the consumer. Okay, if you don't know what it is, just leave it as it is. But what this means is that 0% of the time in this example you're going to sell it retail, direct to the consumer, and 100% of the time you're going to sell it wholesale. So if you're buying a board game from Target, your company would only sell it to Target for $15, and they would mark it up to $30 and sell it. So again, if you don't know what this percent is, or don't know what you're going to do, just leave it how it is. That's fine. The goal of this assignment is to figure out how many units you have to sell in order to break even based on your price that you're selling it, what percent of the time you're going to sell it wholesale, and your monthly expenses. So for this example, you have to sell 24,713 units in order to break even, or $370,000 of revenues. In order to make $50,000 profit, or any amount of profit that you desire, this will tell you how many units you have to sell. In this case, 31,380 units that you have to sell. Okay, and you're going to take these numbers and you're going to download the PA2 doc, the assignment 2 document, and you're going to do some analysis on that cash flow or on the break-even calculator. So it'll ask you a bunch of questions. So you'll start filling in these questions based on what you understand from your break-even calculator. There's one more part to the Excel file that I want to show you. You'll notice at the bottom of this Excel file there's 3 different tabs. So break-even is here. You're going to click on these to look at a cash flow calculator. This is a calculator that bases how much cash you're going to spend every month for your first year of business. So you'll see that you borrowed $100,000. January 1st, you have $100,000 in cash, and it types in your product, how much you're selling it for, how many units you purchase. You purchase 5,000 units to have them in stock, and how many you sell. So at the end of every month, it's how much cash you have. And you'll notice it goes down, down, down. These red numbers mean right here that you ran out of cash in August and September. And then in December, you end up with $112,850. So that's your cash flow calculator. There's two of these down at the bottom. One is a seasonal item. So for a toy or a game, most of your product is sold at the end of the year. 75% of your product is sold at the end of the year for a seasonal item. If your item is not a seasonal item, something that people buy year-round, it doesn't matter, then you would use this regular product or service cash flow calculator and answer questions based on that. So this one is seasonal, and you'll see right here seasonal, and this one says regular. So fill these out. These cash flow calculators, you don't have to enter anything in this. It just calculates it for you based on what you type in the break-even portion in the first cell, first sheet right here. Okay, so that's it for that. Once you have the two documents completed, I want you to upload both files. Okay, so just click on this assignment button right there. Go to the assignment. It's 50 points possible for this assignment, and you only get 50 points if you upload both files completed. And you just do that by going to the attached file, uploading this file, and then going back and uploading the break-even calculator, the completed ones, and hitting submit. Alright. One last thing I'm going to show you. If you do not have Microsoft Excel, there's two things you can do. One, you can, where am I? Go to a Google Doc version, and this is an online version of Excel, and you can work on it here. Now note that this is a public file, so anyone could be working at the same time. You'll see a little note up here if anyone else is working on it. So if someone else is working on it, you're going to have to wait till they're done. All you're going to do is enter the information real quick, and then you can download it as a Microsoft Excel file, and then you can upload that file to Blackboard, or you can download it as a PDF document and save it for later. I would prefer the Excel file. That way you can edit it later in Excel, or you can upload it back up to Google Docs if you want and keep working on it. So that's one way. The second way is if you do not have any experience in Excel and you just don't know what you're doing, send me an email or request and ask me to complete the Excel file for you. Alright? And I will go on to Excel, and I will email me with your assignment number 1, and I will complete it for you and send it to you. But I ask you to do that before Wednesday or Thursday of the week. Otherwise, I'm not going to have time to get it to you before the assignment is due on Sunday. Okay? Any questions, post them in the discussion board and I can answer them there. Make sure you start on this early so you're not asking me questions on Saturday or Sunday when it's due, because I may or may not have time to get back to you in time for you to complete the assignment. Alright, thank you.